Hey, what's up everybody? It's Muse24, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the 1 to 144 scale high-grade Duel Gundam from Bandai's Gundam Seed line of model kits. This is, I think in the show they stated it was supposed to be the prototype of, or at least the basis for all the other major Gundams in the show. As such, it does look kind of like a, not necessarily a dumbed-down version, but kind of a plainer-looking version of the Strike. Basically, for the articulation, you're going to have, it's able to rotate 360 at the shoulder joint. Again, the shoulders are similar to the Aegis and the Strike that I've already reviewed. It kind of rocks back and forth. There's also a bit here on the edge that can go back and forth. That's more to do with the assault shroud, which I'll get to in a little bit. The torso can, in fact, rotate back and forth a little bit. It can't move very far, though, because of how high the waist armor comes up. The arms can rotate 360 underneath the shoulder, can bend about 90 degrees, and then the wrist can, wiggle around, do a 360 rotation. The head can rotate 360. You just gotta be careful of like the collar armor and the backpack bit there. Side skirt armor, or I guess what little there is, can move up and down a little bit. The legs can move out about that far, go forwards about that high, go back about that high, and if you really want to bend it, he can almost kick himself in the head, not quite. He doesn't really have any back skirt armor to speak of. The legs can bend past 90 degrees, just a little. Well, no, I guess it's about 90 degrees, isn't it? No, a little bit past. He does have the double jointed thing, much like the Strike does. The bottom of the leg is also set up very similar with that double hinge bit, so you can wiggle it all over the place. Again, you can't do a 360 because of the foot guards in the back there. He doesn't actually have any ankle guard armor. As for accessories, he does come with a shield very similar to the Strike, and again, I painted this kit and panel lined the mobile suit itself. So what you're going to get right out of the box is this off-white color that most of the mobile suit comes in, and the navy color that most of the mobile suit comes in. The orange part on the shield I painted, and I also painted that white bar. The orange on the mobile suit, however, does come molded in that color. As opposed to where the Strike just has that clip, this actually has a peg that goes in the back of the arm. So you just pop that in, and it holds pretty well. You have two options of where to put it, or on the back or on the side. I always like it on the side. And again, it can rotate a little bit, so you could have it like that, I guess, if you wanted to. It also comes with a rifle that you're supposed to pop the handguard armor off, but if you kind of wiggle this around, you can actually just slide it in there without it. Again, this is just an open fist hand, so there's no trigger finger hand, and the rifle's a little bit loose, but it's not as bad as it is on some of the other kits from the Seed line. You also get, pop it out there, on his backpack, 2 beam saber handles, and this kit actually comes with beams. Yay! So you can have him with his beam saber there, and here's the other beam. Aside from the accessories I already showed you, he does come with the assault shroud, which is basically like extra armor that goes on the outside of the mobile suit. Let's see. Here's the chest piece. And basically, these just kind of slide on to different areas on the body. Some of them have like little pegs that stick into different areas. There's the back skirt. This strange looking piece actually goes over the already existing backpack. And there's a peg in the middle, kind of like the L Striker pack for the Strike Gundam. He has these arm pieces, and This one, it's not actually molded into it. You slide it into a little socket there, but this is how he can put the shield on the Assault Shroud armor. So there's a separate piece to hold that on, which is kind of nice that they included that if you want the shield on him when he's in Assault Shroud mode. Same thing on the other side, and these just go in the same pegs that the shield normally would have. Let's see. The shoulder pieces are actually like 2 parts that you separate, and then there's little like pegs in there that you put in either side of the shoulder armor, and then we'll just reconnect them. So that side you've got the missile compartment, and then this side you've got the shoulder mounted turret, or rifle, or whatever you want to call it. For the legs, you have these larger pieces, and they connect into the top pegs as well as the peg on the opposite side piece. Now you have to be careful with these because the pegs are very small. Back armor just fell off. And they do tend to snap if you're not careful with them. I did that on the opposite side, this leg that I'm working on right now. But once you get it in there, it does look pretty good. And in this Assault Shroud mode, his poseability is hindered a little bit, but surprisingly still pretty good. Even though there's all this bulk here. Darn it all, this back skirt armor just keeps popping out on me. That's the only downside of the Assault Shroud, for me at least, is that the back skirt armor is very loose. The turret can kind of rotate all over the place, go up and down and stuff. As for stickers, there's one on the top camera of the head, one for the eyes, one for the laser sight on the rifle, or the scope or whatever, one in the chest piece here that's orange, another orange one on the missile compartment door. There's one that wraps all the way around there and on the other side, and I believe that's it. I think I picked this guy up for like 11 or 13 bucks, something like that. So he's pretty cheap. For all you get with him, he's definitely a good deal. Like I said, I also do keep the instruction booklets. So you just got an image of the mobile suit, specs, him fighting in the desert, picture of Isaac posing, and painting guide. So that's about it for the duel, and I will see you guys next time.